A good early morning. Let's talk about perspectives and communication. We all have different perspectives. We grown up in different eras, maybe different countries, different families, school, friends, faith, jobs, careers, all these things affect how we look at life, the lenses that we look at life through, different perspectives, and it forms how we communicate. We communicate differently because we're communicating from our different perspectives. I look at my lens one way, you look at your lens a different way. I was at a conference not too long ago, and there was many of us there, all different walks of life, different countries, different perspectives. However, we were all reading from the same script. We were studying the same book. The lectures were based out of this book. We had a commonality. We had a lens that we could all look through that was very similar. But we're all different. And we can't help but look through that lens slightly different than the brother beside us because we have different life experiences. We communicate differently. The best form of communication, I would argue, is face-to-face. You can see the other person, you see the nuances in their body language and their face, and hear the inflection in their voice. Second best, I guess, would be a phone call. And then it gets degraded from there. And we've been conditioned over the years to accept and even prefer some of these other forms of communication. Emails. Email string can go back and forth for days, and you can still get the message wrong. I know in my business, I can get an email from someone, I'll email them back for clarification, they'll email me, and back and forth, and finally I just pick up the phone and go, hey, are you sure you want to order 100,000 of these widgets? Well, no, I wanted to order 100, but in your email you clearly stated 100,000. Oh, no, that's not what I want. Quick phone call clears up a lot of misunderstanding. And then you get into text messages. Oh my God, text messages. I have a rule with my kids. I don't do a 30-minute text message marathon when we can have a 3-minute conversation. Just don't do it. And you know, the worst, the all capitals. I am mad at you. I am writing in all capitals. Like, give me a break. How would you just phone me? Clear everything up, move on. But we're getting conditioned that that's the way you should be communicating. Don't talk to somebody. Oh my God, that's terrible. You don't have time to talk to somebody. Well, yeah, you do. I have a friend who's busy. I mean, this guy's he's busy beyond busy. That's his life. It's an awesome dude. And I will text him. And I'll say, do you have 3 minutes? Sometimes he says no. Sometimes he says yes. So I phone him. Why do I phone him? Because the subject matter that we need to talk about is that important that there can't be any room for misunderstanding. So it needs to be a phone call. And then I limit it to 3 minutes because he's graciously given me some of his time. He's a busy guy. I understand that. We don't need to talk about the dog, the frog, and the, whatever else that's going on in our lives. So we have forms of communication. We have perspectives that we look through life with, our lenses. And we have differences because we have differences in faith. We have differences in our perspectives, in the way we view things. Now, what if a government, hypothetically, wanted to restrict what you could say and how you could say it and control your perspective, your message? How would they do that? Well, I guess one way they could do it is they could spend a lot of money and give it to newspapers and media outlets and tell them that they needed to print or show only their message. Check. They could raise money through a quasi-taxation, and they're going to call it, I don't know, climate change, whereby if you don't get on the bandwagon of climate change, you're a bad, evil person because you're harming your fellow citizens. So therefore, you must jump on the bandwagon and give up your hard-earned dollars in the form of the taxations that they put on us for the greater good. Check. They need to control the message even further. How are they going to do that? Well, they might introduce legislation in a country that's north and currently fairly white that would allow someone to anonymously complain about someone else, saying that they saw something on the tube talk that was hateful. Oh, it's hateful, so hateful. They read from the Bible. Woo! That's hate speech. And they're allowed to complain anonymously, so no one ever knows who they were that complained. And the government will reward that person with cash because they were so hurt by this reading of the Bible, and they're going to reward them cash money for tattling on someone else because they had a difference of opinion. And then they'll set up a committee. The government, will set up a committee that will review these TikTok communications and go, oh my goodness, there's a crazy Canadian that read from the Bible. Oh, it's true, he did. And that other person, they got their feelings hurt. Oh my goodness, they're probably in therapy now. That's hate speech. We're going to fine him $750,000. Not only that, we might just throw him in jail for a while. That's how you shut down communication. That's how you shut down difference of opinion. That's how you control the narrative. And that legislation is currently in our parliament right now. They're trying to push it through. Well, they say it's to protect the kids. Well, I'm all about protecting the kids. I'm a father, grandfather. I'm protecting kids. I'm all for it. I support people that go rescue kids and put them back together. I'm all about protecting the kids. But when you can use that same legislation to shut down all the narratives that don't agree with yours, that's dangerous. That's 1984. George Orwell's book. Have you read it? You should. Maybe he should have titled it 2024. We are going through some scary times right now. And as others had said, we are at war. Not a shooting war yet, but we are at war. And it's going to get worse. It's going to get scarier. I need to protect mine. I need to protect my family. I need to protect my children, my grandchildren, That's my job. That's part of what I am responsible to do. As a father, as a grandfather, that's my job. It says so in the book, and it's my responsibility. It's a responsibility I took on. And I've enjoyed playing on the YouTube here, and it's been fun. But hey, I mean, I don't have that many subscribers. I don't make a living at this. I never intended to make a living at this or make any money at it. It's just something fun to do. But if someone can come back and harm my family because they don't agree with what I say or my belief system, or it doesn't fit the narrative of the current regime, that's scary. And I need to think about protecting my family. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to do this much longer. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to take down some videos that are already posted. And you can say, oh, come on, can I fight against it? Well, all right. Go back and listen to everything I've said. How do I fight against this if I'm in jail? Why would I put my family in such jeopardy? I'm not sure what I'm going to do to fight against this, and I will fight against it. I'm just not sure this is the platform. Have a great day. Get out there. Do some good.